All right, thank you. Love Percy Granger, just a master at orchestrating for band. Like one of the first composers, well, not one of the first, but one of the more important ones to really consider the wind ensemble, not the orchestra, as an artistic medium to write for and really important work for. And that's what, just a classic example of that. So thrilled to have a group that can handle that level of maturity and technique. So great. The next tune, Variations on a Korean Folk Song, I actually heard the other day on the new 90.7 WPR. Anyone tune into that, hear that when I was driving home? They actually played this. They played some band stuff, and really good stuff, actually. So what I learned from their introduction was John Parnes Chance was stationed in service in Korea, and he heard this lovely melody that he just couldn't get out of his head. And as soon as he got back stateside, he was like, I have to use that as my source music. So he composed a set of 5 variations on that beautiful theme, which you'll hear played so beautifully in the Shaolin rich dark register of the clarinets to start us off. So hope you enjoy Variations on a Korean Folk Song, our big work that we really had to dig into, and I think you'll understand. So Korean folk songs. Okay, thank you. Just love that piece, just so much fun, but a lot of work to get her done. So just great, love the colors and all the percussion stuff. So thank you. Every year we have kind of a tradition, the last several years, of all the talent we have, all these seniors that continue to grow, take lessons since they were this tall, all the way, and hopefully continue to play beyond in college or wherever they end up. And we'd like to feature one on a feature for their instrument. So this is a concertino by Chaminade, beautiful. It's a standard rep for the solo ensemble list, but with piano accompaniment, so it's great to have that fully orchestrated out for band. And our soloist, Janvi, you've seen conduct the marching band as one of our drum majors. You've seen her lead sectionals and do a lot of like the non-glamorous work, also like tidying chairs and sending out emails and all that kind of stuff. So not just her excellent musicianship, but just a lot of her spirit comes through in what she does on a day-to-day basis in the band program here. So we're really pleased to feature, and so please welcome to the stage, Janvi Ambit. Okay, we're gonna get a few more students back on stage to join us for the final number here, Conte Partiro. This is, we talked about the band's working hard every year, end of the year being a great spring concert is just a culmination of our growth. This particular one with the seniors, 4 years of getting to know all these young men and women and seeing them grow up, not only as musicians, but as young adults. And as people, and getting to know their quirkiness, their sense of humor, their, I don't know, just their own unique personalities that actually comes through their instrument too. It's pretty cool. So it's really amazing. So one way that we're going to recognize, you might have seen several of these students with the pink cord, new this year for all music students at Brookfield East when they walk for commencement at graduation. All of our musicians in choir, orchestra, and band that have been in the program all 4 years will be honored with wearing the pink. Pink is the color for the arts, for music. And I think it's just a really great tribute to those students for not just 4 years, but really when they started way back in 4th grade, and hopefully well beyond into their college and beyond. So I think it's really great. A lot of these students are going to be decorated with all their medals and medallions and other cords and stuff, so just add one more to it, right? So it makes great pictures, and it's going to be really neat. So this has become, I think there's a 2nd year now doing this, and I think it's just a really, it's a beautiful tune, and it's our last hurrah here with our seniors. So I always say after this concert, we're no longer a wind ensemble, we're now becoming a marching band. And so this is our true final sounds as a wind ensemble. So hope you enjoy Conte Partiro. Thank you guys all for 4 awesome years for making not only great music, but great memories. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors. And we've been asked to hang out with you guys for a picture, like in the DAWs, at least don't leave until we get a picture with all your chords and all of your instruments and everything too, okay? Thank you all your parents for supporting your students from K through 12 here in not only everything that they do growing up, but their musicianship and everything else. And so thank you for allowing me to work with your children, and it's been a blast. So thank you all for coming. We'll see you at Jazz Night next Friday and the band banquet June 4th. So thank you all.